There's a group of people over there.
So I said...
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like...
What's the matter?
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some...
Really?
You're kidding. How often does it...
A little mistake.
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon.
So, you two...
No. You don't get it. Whoa.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right.
Is that so?
Oh.
You are correct, since you like my cooking. Listen, kids. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all.
But did you know that Churio...
I don't care if he was a researcher that could... Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they...
You mean he hit a woman? Wow.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it,
Wait a second.
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting?
After all, I do remember...
To the freezer! My guiding stars! Manifest! Hold still! A dash of frosting!
Hey, you over there! Yeah, you! Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild!
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow... all right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi. Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you...
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have...
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it all.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumor? Then, did you know that there are some people who... Yeah, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole Forbidden Zone? Sounds like something that someone...
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it.
Anything else?
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
No recipe, no problem. Bon appetit! No recipe, no problem.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You found...
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of info.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you... Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all. And he is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more... Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, So honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information.
Collecting information is always...
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too. Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise, Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be...
Well, I won't call it easy per se. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first. My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish...
Let's go our separate ways for now, then.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Oh. Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Behind freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, Traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup... What about here? Oh, I understand. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too... So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been inmates complaining about the food recently. Oh, congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here? Miss Lorvine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach ache's really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so...
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got.
But it also looks like she's the
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not— though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and—
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too?
That's correct.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Si... You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the
Hey, don't start arguing now! Please, keep it... Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released some...
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think of...
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh,
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
that's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Look, who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishuin... No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sishuin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here. Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now.
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Yellow, huh?
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of... That's it! then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less— Got it! Paimon will hope— Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest. We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit— Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry— Ah, you're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left. Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly, and don't forget bland foods. Thank you, Miss Sijuin.
A little amuse-bouche!
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death! No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now! Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary? Whoa! You really—
exhausting!
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary.
Wait, why is she getting involved in...
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something, infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of... Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns.
Is now really a good time to go over...
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh, strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her.
Okay.
There are some books here and, advanced nursing? These sure are some interesting books. She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings.
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in... None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until...
This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case... Let's look around here for some more clues. A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, "Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
This is...
Is that all? The back. This...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui... No. Could she have...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never...
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Wriothesley have let...
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave?
So he's challenging me and We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our...
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please, talk some...
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a...
He's rushed out the door!
feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll...
Is that so? Very well. Then please be my... Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably... Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've all... What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like... Oh my! What's wrong, little one? Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Wait! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
A little mood boost!
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to...
What did you do to my
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my sibling?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would... Maybe she'll appear behind you right now.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his... You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start. So you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine... No, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into...
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor...
Wait. You locked him outside in the...
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star diver, so...
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So... You've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremenet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds...
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for any...
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father.
Linny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in...
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny...
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set... Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating. I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll... Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I've been told that the infirmary... The Fonta promoter has... We often see Miss Siege... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting... The research note said that the Melusine rig... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he does... We often see Miss Siegewien observing the prisoners at work near the... Fonta's internal reports... The research note said that... According to Collins... I've been told that the infirmary is...
So that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, she often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of both her sense of duty as the head nurse as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewinne visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks. Sigewinne has only the best intentions with her surprise. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewinne's secret and even guessed her intent. All right, now for my next... There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
I've been told that the infirmary is always... Fonta's internal report... We often see Miss C... The research note said that... According to Collins, We often see Miss C... I've been told that the Fonta promoter has been... The research note said that... According to Collins, the Fonta promoter has...
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate, but really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named a blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta, the company facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product and a smaller... They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true... And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on...
I acknowledge the effort you've put into... Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought is, you'll pay for this! Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic...
It was nothing, Your Grace. Sigewinne? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as a...
Sigewinne...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and that when Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here? But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits. His Grace knows it too, right?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just...
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne...
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande.
Freminet.
What's going on? What is Clorinde doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Freminet a more thorough checkup. Your Grace!
I'll talk to Clorinde while you get Freminet to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made—
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to How's the situation out?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay—
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes.
Closer than I thought.
Locking the door was necessary.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made—
Might as well then, I suppose.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the...
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her. Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift...
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. What? The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit.
Adaptive frosting!
Unleash!
The night is cold. Floaty floaty!
A little amuse bouche!
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lynette.
We're all here.
Where?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not...
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. Getting gear! There! This is where the water starts. Master Child probably dived into the water. Frost is coming! There! The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. This is bad. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could—
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why—
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go—
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come—
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Linny?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Linny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of—
Understood. Then let's just sit together for—
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now.
Thank you.
for justice.
Let's blow bubbles!
My will embodied!
Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind.
Let's see!
Take your true form! Off to the freezer! My will embodied! Attack the Adaptive frosting! The pinnacle of excellence!
Let me weave you a verse.
Do your master's bidding! Cha! Cha! A little mood boost!
Let's see!
Transfiguration!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter!
A dash of frosting! A burst of flavor!
Calm down!
Obey!
I swear, it's for medical research!
Take your true form! Off to the freezer!
Let me weave you a verse.
Boost on the loose! By ordinance divine! My will embodied!
Rain outlines your fate.
Don't be nervous! Just relax!
A dash of frosting!
Let's see!
Transfiguration!
No, my sword! Rain cutter! Rain outlines your fate.
A little amuse-bouche! A burst of flavor! Take your true form!
I swear, it's for medical research!
No, my sword! Witness the power.
Cryo incarnate! My will embodied! A dash of frosting!
Can't sleep? Anesthetics?
Unleash! A little amuse-bouche! The pinnacle of excellence! Take your true form!
The night is cold. Calm down!
A dash of frosting!
Do your master's bidding!
Don't be nervous. Just relax. Don't be scared.
Goose on the loose!
Not now.
My will embodied!
Oh, mine's a command.
The pinnacle of excellence!
Don't be scared. The night is cold.
Transfiguration!
Let's see. Not now.
Obey! A little amuse-bouche!
My guiding stars. Calm down. You might feel a little prick. Stars, shine for me. The night is...
By ordinance divine! A dash of frosting! A burst of flavor!
Don't be scared. My guiding stars.
My will embodied! A little amuse-bouche! Goose on the loose!
Stars, shine for me.
A dash of frosting!
Not now.
Take your true form!
Oh, mine's a command. Let's see.
Do your master's bidding!
Don't be nervous. Just relax.
A burst of flavor!
Ad Astra.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Of course!
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of—
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you—
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though—
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of— Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding help— Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of— I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you!
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremonet has told you already the ratio of primordial seawater— The Forbidden Zone has always been Lenny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming—
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence—
Oh, right! Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremonet was part of it?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably— That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to— All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremonet.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of— Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! This is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally, am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friend?
Well,
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen...
propagate! Huh. So there's a switch on the...
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater.
The concentration of... primordial?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising. Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, it's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my... There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know, when the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, They gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps. And as the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress, and with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an...
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea. To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time... Let's go somewhere else. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not
Huh?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them.
How about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute.
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high. So I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fort?
What a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, Hunt...
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and...
Your Grace!
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian. According to legend, The Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, he called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. So the moment I began to speculate that the Primordial Sea might lie underneath the gate...
Were you inspired by the legendary...
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back. I'll leave you here for now. No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great. I look forward.
Off to the freezer!
You just can't rely.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want to...
How can you be so much like Risley? Always...
Actually, while I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything.
Must have been Risley and Sijwin.
Yeah, I heard 1 male voice and 1 female's.
I really can't make sense.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to...
Yeah, he explained...
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijwin is also busy with something.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea.
Ooh, he's good!
That's our land.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, what's more, the Fortress of Meripede is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is based. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authority. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself.
You're super smart!
Thanks so much. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has... that can't be the full extent of what he's... I don't have enough information, so I have no idea...
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone, just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with, if you remember?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said—
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. The two of you have already aided us far too much. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets—
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden? Paimon's hungry.
Oh,
Alright, then we'll catch—
Yeah!
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served at the coupon.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well! Traveler and Paimon! Over here! Are you here for dinner too? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right! She's What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Walsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like. Me too! Don't forget No problem. Just leave it to me. So delicious. Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day. Feeling full yet? How's the food? Delicious. I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment. Sijween, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you. You're really good at taking care of people, even though you're so short. Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear. Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's— Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the wall. Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. Although the path was blocked. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney. You were all super It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this is— Oh, I really— Get a good night's rest, you—
A dash of frosting! Off to the freezer!
So much has happened. I'm super sleepy.
Wait! What happened? Why is everyone running?
No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
A little amuse-bouche!
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
There's no time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, what? What's wrong with these people? They won't even
They're here! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible. Upward?
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where you go?
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey! Be careful!
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
A dash of frosting!
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Huh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run. Three, 2, 1.
This won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense. The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House and meet... Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she does... Will do. You have my sincere...
over there. Are you two the Traveler and Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course! How could they not attend a meeting such as this? I must always have 2 or more guests at my
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11.
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have...
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something.
Oh, so you're also familiar with his aptitude for fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Child was subdued by Iudex Neuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette. Coming from you, that's not surprising.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure.
Oh. And just how do you...
Because we found evidence that proves...
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
Well...
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house. Is it something like that?